whose lives have been touched by the disease of addiction. So we're a 501c3 nonprofit called Hopedealers Worldwide, and my name is Nadine. My husband and I started this nonprofit about almost 3 years ago now, and we have a whole board now, which is great. This is a picture of our ribbon cutting, and at our office, we're located in Canton, but we serve people Cobb County, Cherokee County, all over Metro Atlanta. There's Ingrid right there. There. She has the med spa right next door to us, amazing massage there. And on our window here, it says the opposite of addiction is connection. So what we try to do our best at is help those who are struggling from addiction become connected again. We offer counseling services, and we also offer certified alcohol and drug substance abuse counselors licensed through the state, where we help people get licensed, and we scholarship recovered addicts, so that's pretty cool. About 7.5 years ago, I found myself with 6 kids. My husband and I have 6 kids, and I taught kindergarten in 2nd grade. And I was praying for a way that we could create some more memories and collect some more smiles, but on a teacher's salary. It was hard to travel. And I know you're like, what does travel have to do with this? You'll see how it ties in a moment. But we were very passionate about wanting to show our children the world, but we did not have the money to do it. So about 7.5 years ago, the coolest travel club in the world, it's actually the largest travel club in the world, called Dream Trips. And if you want to know more about that, you can ask Ingrid or Shayla. They'll 100% help you with that. It came into my life, and within 6 months, I also decided to market the memberships, which is and Adriana, you can also, Adriana is part of Dream Trips, and she will tell you all about it also. I forgot to tell you that too, because she's real estate too. She does both, right? She masters both. So, sorry about that. So where was I?
Traveling the world.
Okay, wanted to do that, didn't have the money. Within 6 months, I also decided to market the memberships also. Within 6 months, I achieved a residual income. Within 2 years, I was retired, reaching a 6-figure income. So at that point, we moved into the large homes, got the BMWs and Mercedes, did really well, and went on lots of vacations, but something was missing. I didn't feel fulfilled having all the pleasure and all the material stuff. It just doesn't fill you. So in our travel club, we have these voluntourism dream trips. It's where we can go serve people in underprivileged communities and around the world, and half the trip is vacation and tour the land. Like in Peru, we saw Machu Picchu, but we help build an orphanage. In Guatemala, we build bottle schools, but we also get to tour the Mayan ruins. So we have this cool voluntourism concept. Well, here I am, about, a couple years into it, retired, enjoying, giving back now, and in the middle of this brand new, successful entrepreneurship that I was experiencing, life threw me a curveball. And my son, right there, I tear up a little because I'm so passionate about this. He said the words a mom never wants to hear. How many moms do we have here? And dads, you'll understand if your child comes up to you and says, Mom, Dad, I'm using heroin and I'm feeling really sick now. Really throws a curveball and everything. So I took this situation. My son is not a lemon at all, but the situation was a lemon in life. And I thought I can either drink it away with some vodka or, like a lot of people do, handle it in an unhealthy way, or I can take this lemon in life and make some lemonade. And that's what I did. I took the voluntourism program and combined it with recovered addicts in the community and created a therapeutic, out-of-the-box recovery project where we take recovered addicts to build the schools in Guatemala. So I'm going to show you.
empower communities to come together and create a better future for the children through education.
If you really want to help people, you don't think about the cost. Whether it's monetary or physical, whatever it is, you just do it.
There's no trash collection system, but there's a big need of schools in Guatemala. We found a way to engage the community by building schools out of trash. The community has to come together and collect 6,500 bottles or 10,000 bottles. Before the volunteers come down, we make sure that the community understands that they only come here to support their project.
I was a little nervous because coming to a third world country, you really don't know what to expect.
I think for the first time the name Hug It Forward kind of made sense to me. In so many ways you hugged us.
Oh, is this your room? Yeah. How come yours getting sweet? Man.
I'm just expecting some pretty big spiritual and emotional breakthroughs and, just the softening of my heart. I'm not much of a vulnerable guy. I'm kind of hard-shelled, so I'm excited about what's going to happen this week.
Everything that we could ask for has been taken care of ahead of time for us. It's been a 5-star experience as far as not having to worry about anything.
Oh my God.
It's kind of blown away. We got off the bus with these throngs of kids just clapping for us. All we did was show up and they were clapping for us.
Didn't understand why they chose Guatemala. Being from the States, we have a lot of poverty. Even the most poverty-stricken areas in the U.S. have more resources than people here in Guatemala.
You get to the community and they're so happy and they show you what joy is.
What's cool about going on a trip like this with your friends is that you can have a little competition, see who makes the best wall, the fastest wall.
You don't need the language.
This is my little buddy Milton.
To feel what you feel with these kids.
I had a dream to come down here and do this, but when I get to look into the faces of the kids that are here, I see the dream in their eyes too. So the impact that's left on me is that we all have dreams and we're all part of each other's dream.
You're building something that's a legacy for them.
Dave taught me how to be able to sling mud. And basically I took his technique, took it to a whole new level.
This is an experience you don't want to miss.
They're very loving, they're very caring, and I think their number one goal is to make sure that we have a great time while we're here.
We think we have the American dream and, this redefines what a dream is.
I said to her, no, let me soak the paper. You don't have gloves. And she said, you don't need gloves to help someone.
The experience is it's almost hard to describe. I keep wanting to take pictures, but I know when I get home I can't convey what you feel when you're here.
Breakfast is ready. Today you're gonna have pancakes, eggs, and fruit.
Well, starting the day today, I thought I'd be all right until the last 10 minutes before we had to say goodbye.
Get a little tug on the back of my shirt, and Milton's right behind me, and he says something in Spanish. I don't understand what he says, and the guy next to me says he's coming with you, and it's just, I'd never been, I guess, hit like a ton of bricks like that before with, I guess just all kinds of emotions. So it was a crazy new feeling.
I just wanted you to see the wall as it's fully built. This is absolutely crazy.
This was my first big trip, and I'm so happy that I just pulled the trigger and finally just went.
I go back and I see the kids that I met the last time, and that's really fulfilling and rewarding when they remember you.
This is Jacqueline. Here it is a year later. She remembered who I was, and she still has my earrings in her ear.
Today was pretty much the day that was like the life-changing event of the whole thing.
There's all these companies out there that say, we're going to change the world. And I honestly believe that this company is that company.
It just opened my eyes to how we can do something very small that has a huge impact on somebody else.
They'll never forget us. They'll never forget the faces and the fun and even the names. Just from one day to the next, for them to come up to you and like call you by your name and hold you by the hand. It was really nice.
you need to come on one of these trips because it will, it's broken me down to my core. It's penetrated my heart in a lot of different ways, and I just you need to come on one of these trips. But definitely thank you, World Veteran.
Tú debes estar aquí.
So far, our travel club, Dream Trips, has provided 117 schools in Guatemala. And we're so proud of that. As far as our Hope is the New Dope bottle schools that have combined with us, with Hopedealers Worldwide, we have done one, and we are hoping to do another. But here's our group that we took. Many recovered addicts, I can tell you every single, and their friends and some family, every single one of them is doing well today. It was a life-changing experience for them to take them there. And that's when I said, wow, we have to ask, costs about $40,000 to take 20 people to Guatemala and do this whole project and build a school. So I thought we need to become a 501c3. So when we ask people for some money, we can give them a charitable contribution tax deduction, right? So that's what we did. And these are the pictures I enjoyed seeing, I do enjoy seeing of my son. I hadn't seen his smile in years. This guy, Kit Cummings, he's pretty popular in Cobb County and in the schools here. He is a substance abuse, he's a counselor, recovered addict, and I wanted to make sure I had who I needed on the trip just for support. This guy right here in Cobb County, we pulled him out of the ditch, almost overdosed, almost dead. A week before we went to Guatemala, he went through Cobb County detox, and then we brought him to Guatemala with him, and his life has been changed ever since. Doing great today. Sky, she's holding some of the bottles that we filled with garbage because Guatemala has a trash collection problem. So we, they gather the trash and we line the school walls with that. Pretty awesome. Here's me and Sky and some of the kids. We connected, and it was amazing. The East cover featured Kit and I in the East Cover magazine after we got back from this project of developing a recovery therapeutic project for addicts. We came back home, and when we came back home, they all had to hit reality again. So we thought, what are we gonna do? We can't keep going to Guatemala every week, although they wanted to all move there and live there. We can't do that every week, so what can we do? So I said, we've got to create experiences for these young people that are recovering to continually let them get high in the way that God intended them to, with natural dopamine. So here's skydiving.
How was it, dude? Was it awesome? Are you so glad you did that? I get this on video. That was awesome. Wasn't that just like the guy?
So we've taken several of them skydiving. There you go. They got tempted and said they want to get high. I said, get in my car. We're going 10,000 feet up high, and you can jump, and you'll get high. We take them around Atlanta. We've done Segway tours. We spent time with them. We goofed off in Centennial Park and just laid on the grass and
inbound.
Each other.
Inbound from 9 o'clock.
You might have shot that up and still on the way back down.
Down, down, down.
And they're talking. Here's the funny thing. They're people in their 20s. They're talking about passing gas, and so that's inappropriate, right? But it's way better to laugh with kids about things like that instead of watching them shoot up heroin. Okay, laughter is the best medicine. We take them on caving excursions. New Year's Eve came up. What are we gonna do? I don't want them doing drugs or alcohol on New Year's Eve or being tempted to do that. So we have amazing New Year's Eve parties and super fun games, and we have these support group meetings. The kids connect when we have the sort of support group meetings, and A&E caught wind of what we were doing, so they put us on their show Intervention, and here's a quick clip.
We're gonna have a cornhole competition.
Today, we have our Hopedealers Worldwide support group meeting.
Everyone in this group has been touched in one way or another by addiction, enough to where they want to do something about it. All right. Awesome. Hopedealers Worldwide actually started because of my son. Nick struggled terribly from a heroin addiction. So I thought, what can I do? And this is just what it has led to. We truly believe that connection is the opposite of addiction.
The group really gives me motivation. It gives me motivation. It gives me an insight on things. Because I've been to lots of rehabs, of course, and I've learned a lot of skills. But this is the first time I've had a group of friends that are positive and they're actually involved.
How long have you been sober?
Over a year. It's awesome. You feel like you're a part of something. You don't feel like an outcast, which I feel like a lot of us drug addicts just feel like we're the only one in the world.
I think seeing the beauty in every situation is something that just is natural to me.
Hopedealers is important to me because with everything going on in my family, I get to kind of express how I feel and just get advice from people who have maybe been there before.
And I just keep telling them, just have faith in yourself and have hope, and it's gonna come up. It's a long way, but we're gonna work on it together.
What helped me overcome it, you gotta build yourself something. Build yourself something you don't want to lose, or start building something that you don't want to lose.
I wish Taylor would come to the Hopedealer meetings. I know she's not ready. Every Sunday I ask her if she wants to go. Usually I don't get a response, or she's busy working, or whatever her excuse is, she doesn't come. I think she could really benefit from something like this.
Laying out the facts, finding the root, lay it out like a math problem, and then go from there.
So that was pretty cool. So where's my time? I want to make sure I'm not exceeding 30 minutes. I'm good, okay. So we're gonna wrap it up in a few. There's 22 million addicts in this country. There's less than 6,000 certified, licensed substance abuse counselors. That's a problem. So these meetings are great. We try and do it. We try to do the experience as much as we can. We don't have enough counselors. Who would you think make the best counselors? Anyone want to take a guess?
A mother.
A recovered addict, a well-recovered addict who's gone through the licensing,
Yes.
but also they have the experience. When you're going to pull someone out of the hole, it helps if you've been in that hole before because you know how to get out. So we took it one step further because we needed more help. We couldn't do it all ourselves. So I decided at my office we started a school. We are fully accredited with the state board of alcohol and drug abuse. All the credentials we got them, and we scholarship recovered addicts to get their substance abuse counseling license. Here's what's cool. A lot of recovered addicts have burned their bridges. My son alone was $50,000 in rehab, okay? And I know parents who have remortgaged their homes. Guys, has anybody ever been touched by the disease of addiction or the expensive rehabs? Or known anyone? Guys, it's hard. So they don't have college money left. So they're working at Walmart, McDonald's, whatever. But we can give them an opportunity with as little as their GED or high school diploma to get this certification, which is master's level. They're done in about 2 years approximately. And then starting salary immediately, there are so many job openings all over. They're certified in 47 states, but immediately the minimum pay is $40,000 a year. So already we've given these people a chance to buy a car, buy a home, right? And have a new life. So this is what we came up with.
Substance abuse is a national epidemic. Did you know that over 21.5 million adults in the U.S. are struggling with drug addiction? I'm willing to bet that either yourself or someone you love has struggled too. Specialized addiction counselors are needed nationwide. You can be part of the solution. Whether you have a master's degree, a bachelor's, an associate's, or scraped by the nightmare of high school with a diploma or GED, there is a certification pathway at your disposal. Hope Dealers Worldwide offers the training you need to develop a career of purpose and provide a service our country so desperately needs. Our program, endorsed by the Alcohol and Drug Abuse Certification Board of Georgia, not only prepares you to develop as a certified drug and alcohol counselor, but it also prepares you to take the International Certification and Reciprocity Consortium exam. That means your certification is recognized in 47 states. Reach out today and let us help you down your path. In-person certification hours are available in Georgia, and online classes are coming soon. For more information, contact HopeDealersWorldwide.com.
So, I want to let you guys know about an addict. My son, out of 6 kids, all the other kids, we were brought up, I brought them all up in a very supportive Italian family, lots of supportive extended family. All my other kids made straight A's, did really great. We went to church. There was no reason why my son became an addict. You could read more in my book about that, you know, what we discovered. But addicts come from good homes too. Most of them come from good homes. Mm-hmm. And you as parents, you know, Italians, Hispanics, we're all very family-centered. Yes. It can happen. So just know there's support and help out there for you. We offer counseling also. I am a fully certified counselor. Everything is done in our office on a nonprofit basis. So we do donation only. So we don't turn away anyone that doesn't have money to get their certification and to get counseling.
Hi, my name is Nadine Sorayas. I'm the founder of Hope Dealers Worldwide, 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are hosting classes here in Cherokee County, Georgia, in Canton. Anyone who wants to come and get their certified alcohol and drug certification. It is to help them get certified to become a counselor, to help those who are recovering from substance abuse. So we have different people here at this class. We have nurses, we have lawyers, we have teachers, we have recovered addicts. We have all different walks of life here who are wanting to become a solution in the community.
I have an extensive background in health and wellness. Also a world-class judo player. I train with upper echelons of law enforcement. The class is great, the instruction is phenomenal. It's just an amazing experience.
What I like about the class is it gives addicts an opportunity to put forth some of the things that they've been through in their past on a professional level to help other struggling addicts. The great thing about it is all you need is GED or high school diploma, seeing as most of us addicts we're not able to obtain college degree. You know, it's a way for us to give back and you know, try to do something with our life experiences and the things that we've gone through.
I'm a lifetime recovering addict. I'm taking to become a certified drug counselor. Want to help anybody with their problems.
The reason I am here today to take this course is really just to learn more about drugs and alcohol. Drugs destroyed my family. I just really want to bring awareness to parents and also to young people within the community about how drugs can impact your life and how they can impact those around you, and how destruction and devastation and tragedy and trauma they can, the heartbreak and trauma. I feel like what's led me here today is just, I don't want that to happen to anybody else.
Pursuing my lifelong dream of helping people. His class is very informative. Thank you for letting me share.
I'm the child of an addict and the child of an alcoholic, and I just want to learn more so that I can help others.
My name is Charity Saunders and I'm a recovering addict. Early in my recovery, I had a drug abuse counselor who helped me stay sober when it was really hard for me, and actually helped me get to where I am in my recovery today. That's when I decided that I also wanted to be a drug abuse counselor and help people overcome addiction in their life like I had to overcome it in mine. It's so much easier than having to go to college and get a degree. Anybody can do it. As long as you have a high school diploma or a GED and you are motivated and want to be a drug abuse counselor, it's a great class.
I just want to bring those people hope and know that they're never too far gone, that they can turn their life over in a second.
I am a pastor of Ministry House. I'm also a licensed pastoral counselor, but I've dealt mainly with mental health. So I'd really like to learn a lot more about substance abuse and be able to help the men and the women who come through our ministries much more effectively.
Recovering addict. I am a single mom of 4 kids. This is not my first time in recovery. This time, what makes the difference in my recovery is me being able to reach out and, as I say, turn my horror story into something great. And I wouldn't be able to do that had it not been for Hopedealers Worldwide and your wonderful blessing of being able to help me pay for this program. I just want to say thank you and that I greatly appreciate it, and it means the world to me.
I felt led to take this class because about 3 years ago, our family was impacted by a tragedy with my daughter. I've occurred educating myself with drugs and alcohol so that I can talk to other families and talk to other young kids about the choices that they're making, going and helping the community.
We all have a choice. We all have an opportunity to give back to those who can't help themselves.
22 million addicts in this country. So we are presenting part of the solution to get more people certified so that they can serve and help others walk through this epidemic. Professionals who are in our class. They do pay usually the full price of the $100, and that helps support those who get scholarships, so that's pretty awesome. Here's one of our graduating classes, which is pretty amazing. All different people in here. About half of them are recovered addicts. So we have an attorney, a nurse, an EMT, a teacher, stay-at-home mom, lots of people in here. My son is now on his pathway to become a counselor also.
That's great.
I'm so excited to say that. He's doing really well. That's great. So, has anyone heard of this guy, Rudy Rudiger? Has anyone seen the American football movie Rudy? He went to Notre Dame. He played Georgia Tech in the last play. Okay, Rudy, right? Well, here he is several years later. He's still short. He heard how I had made an achievement in my company, in our travel club, as a marketer, while going through the addiction with my son and my husband had a heart attack. Lots of things happened in the interim. And he presented me with his first Rudy Award. He wrote the first endorsement in my book that I published, and I'm so proud of that. But I'd like to share with you. How can something seem like such a challenge, yet at the same time seem to be evolving into an extraordinary masterpiece? That is the mystery of life. Even when things seem to be going so well, life may at any moment decide to throw a curveball and knock us down. I only know to look to my higher power and mentors for wisdom. A few years ago, at 44 years young, I found myself a newly successful entrepreneur and simultaneously the mother of a heroin addict. Life will knock you down when you least expect it. The important thing is not how or why we got knocked down. The important thing is how will we respond? Don't give up hope. This is your life. There's only one direction that serves, and that is forward. Together, let's make sure that whenever life knocks us down, we determine to find hope together. From as early as I can remember, I felt called to deal hope. Hope is found through the struggles, the victories, and the connecting with the community of believers, ultimately leading to the connection of our higher power. unified, empowered in love, we are joined together to serve one mission, and that is to deal hope. We are hope dealers.
So I wrote a book. Here's the book, and we're just about done here. I had no clue how to write a book. I did not know I was an author or a writer. God just put it on my heart, and I wrote a book. On launch day, we got international bestseller in 2 categories because of Mexico. We got 11 categories in bestseller, and we are now having our book translated into Spanish. We're so excited. Thank you for the referrals that many of you guys gave me for translators. And this is pretty impressive here. This is Amazon in Mexico, right? Look who's number 1 right here is our book. Look who's number 2. Does anyone recognize that? Michelle Obama.
Yes.
That was extremely humbling. And this is all in just the first day of launch day of releasing the book. So, 4 ways you can make a difference. And this is our last slide. We're wrapping it up. You can purchase or refer our international best-selling book, Hope Dealers, The Calling Struggle Breakthroughs in the Community of the Believers, on Amazon or through hopedealersbook.com. Okay, and all the profits go to help support another Bible school project in Guatemala. You can become or refer a private or corporate donor to receive a 501c3 tax-deductible charitable contribution letter. Their business gets named on our website as being a contributor and participating in the Bible School Project. You can also refer students to our state certified counselor classes, those who are in recovery and those who are not in recovery. We take them both. You can also become or refer a member to our Dream Trips Travel Club. Actually 90% of my residual income I receive from there goes to support the nonprofit. So I only live off of 10% of my income. And I can't think of a more fulfilling, satisfying way, but it took that personal experience to make that happen. So we're serving the community, guys. Referrals are appreciated in any of those areas, and I thank you so much for your time.
Great job.